Okay, so here's why I believe this good putter could be the perfect putter for you and all your friends. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome back to Get Good at Golf. On this channel, we aim to help you get good at golf just one day at a time. And today we have the good putter. Now, Chris, that was a great throw because he's just thrown a ball down to start putting, but I do have some in my pocket anyway. Now, we're going to talk about this because I've done a review on this over on my channel. I'm also going to compare it to a Toulon, a Scotty Cameron, something else in and around that price bracket. It's $375. These things aren't cheap, but why could it be the perfect putter for a mid-handicap, high handicap, even a low handicap golfer that struggles getting the ball out of the middle of the putter? You see, this is something that we see so many amateur golfers struggle with, getting the ball out the middle of the putter. And if you think about the basics of distance control, if you don't get the ball out the middle of any golf club, ball speed is going to suffer. Ball speed is a factor when it comes to putting. Ball speed is a thing and launch angle is a thing. Now, what I really like about this putter is that it's a big old mallet, so you get that moment of inertia, that MOI, that forgiveness that so many people talk about, but it's also really heavy on alignment. So if you want to talk about aligning your putter, you see I've missed that one left, but there's lots of alignment aids on this. So we have the center line, we have the two wing lines here, and you also have a dot in the middle, which actually helps you with lie angle. You see, if I were to line this ball up, I think this putt is probably just outside the left, so I'll make sure I do that. I'll use my dominant eye just to check it with the shaft. Now, as soon as I get in here, I'm going to line the ball with the line up with the middle line on that putter, and if I have the putter too upright, then the dot and the line don't line up, as you can see there. If I have it the opposite way, then it doesn't line up again, so I want to make sure that is perfectly in line with the line on the ball. That helps me get in the correct setup. This is where the guys at Good or whoever they've employed to manufacture this putter have really thought on about making it savvy for mid-handicaps, high handicaps, anyone who's trying to just kind of get better at golf. And from there you can see, oh, just slid by, but just by using a big mallet putter, it's definitely going to help you get more consistent ball speeds, it's definitely going to help you get more alignment, and it's definitely going to help you hold more putts. Guys, Chris is now going to give you a drill that can help you do all those things if you use a good putter or not. I'm also giving this away on my channel, so make sure you go and check it out. I believe that is going to be drawn next week, and I'm comparing it to a Toulon designed by Odyssey for the same price. That could get interesting. So these kind of putters, you will see that a lot of times when you go for a fitting or you get into golf, a lot of people are saying, right, you must have a mallet putter, but they never know a reason why. They just say, well, you're a beginner, so you need a big putter. But this is exactly why. Again, as an everyday golfer, you're probably not going to be hitting it as close as your tour players, neither are me and James, but from here it's all about trying to save yourself shots. The quickest way to lower your handicap is probably if you go through your round and count how many putts you had. If we can get rid of 4 or 5 3-putts, that's certainly going to help us, and then from there your handicap will come down straight away. But this is the distance we want to get better at, and this is what these putters are designed for. We all hit our putter off centre, but when we do hit it off centre, these putters are designed to still get enough behind them to get the distance we want. So here I've got around about 35 feet, and from here, even on tour, you'd be expected to 3-putt. So a tour player is expected to 3-putt. So if you're a handicap golfer, you'll see there, even that one hasn't reached. That's left me around about 5 or 6 feet. So that's a classic we would start to see from here. And that's what we want from these putters. If you had a blade putter there, that might have come up 10 feet short. And this is where you need to think about tour averages. You are expected to 3-putt from here, but maybe having this putter and working on your pace is going to help you. So if I go through my routine now with this putter, I would be lining this ball up. So I will line James's Picks golf ball up. This is the Halloween version. I will then come in here and I'm going to visualize looking at the hole and making some swings. So if I think about if I was throwing the golf ball, that's the kind of swing I would have. I quickly then come in, one last look, and I pull the trigger, and you'll see pace much better inside tour average. So that's around about 2.5 feet away. If we talk about tour average, it's 10% from here. So that would give us, it's around about 35 feet. 3.5 feet short would be what a tour player is expected to do. So start to work on it, but this kind of putter is certainly going to help you with your pace. Like I say, if that was a blade, if you would off-centered hit those, then they would not get as close. But let's move in and talk about those putts there. What is your make rate? and how is one of these putters going to help you lower your scores. So we've got 3 putts set up here now, and we're talking an 8-foot putt. So I get this a lot when people come for lessons, even if you've come with a mallet or a blade, I say to you, how many of these putts would you expect to hole? So if I gave you 10, a lot of people say, well, you know, 7 or 8 would be good. Well, you'd be exceptional because you'd be way better than tour average. So tour average is 50% from 8 feet. So we know there, 1 in 2 for a tour player, depending on your handicap, it could be 1 in 5. So we're not expecting to hole many of those, and this is why pace control is much more important. You can stand there on a putting green and practice 8-footers all day, get on the golf course with a card in your hand. We all know what happens, everybody gets a little bit tense. We're still expected to miss more of these than we're going to make. Once we get back to 10 feet, we're looking at 1 in 3 for a tour player. So give yourself a more realistic outcome of how many you are expecting to hole here. Even from here, if we get a 2-putt, it's going to be good for the everyday golfer, because how many times do we see people from 8 feet? Well, I'll give this a good go, it's uphill. Oh. Well, I gave it a go, but I've got the same now coming back downhill, and from 8 feet or 10 feet we do the same, and we start to give ourselves too much work to do. I've hit that quite, oh, it was so close. Luckily I've got a tap in, but that would have gone 4 or 5 feet past. Once we get back here, we're starting to look at 15 feet. We're already looking at 1 in 4. So we're not expecting to do this. This is where we've really got to focus on having the correct putter to generate better speed control. And to get speed control, we need to think, if you watch a tour player, you're going to see them having the practice swings. The tempo looks very similar. We don't see tour players coming back here and going. So if you're in this finish position, I'm hoping you've hit a wedge, and I hope you've hit it around about 80 yards, not 15 feet. So really start to think, right, let that putter swing, just as if I was throwing that. Let's come in over the ball. One last look. You see there, good pace. That's now a tap in. I've made sure that I'm not 3-putting. I haven't given it a go because it's not passed, but for an everyday golfer, just getting to that kind of distance is going to help you lower your scores, it's going to help you 2-putt, and it's going to help you get good at golf. So the final thing we're going to work on here to help you get good at golf is strike. Once we've been able to select the right putter, once we know we've got something that's going to help us with pace, we want to start getting that putter out of the middle, not off the toe and the heel. So you can do this drill, we've got golf balls, you can do it with tees. You'll see it is a big favourite of Tiger Woods. Unfortunately not playing at the moment. No. But we're going to generate a better strike. If we could get a better strike, we're going to make a smaller motion because the ball is going to be coming off quicker. And as we know with any golf club, a smaller motion we can make, a more compact motion, the less that can go wrong. So I'm going to come in here now, make a stroke, even this just 3 or 4 feet, work it through. The golf balls there, get a good strike straight in the middle of the hole. If we get a centred strike, if we get the right putter, which could be a mallet putter for you, we're going to help you get good at golf.